Hello! Let's continue level 34. About to enter the Institute teleporter. Like, what is that thing? Look at that melee weapon. We have leveled up. Where is he going? I have no clue. Looking good on everything. So where do we go now?
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
I like the name. Sounds encouraging.
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him. If your plan works,
That's not much to go on. I might not be able to find him.
you have to try. Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot. Until you make... Can you do that?
This whole thing makes me uncomfortable.
We don't have a lot of options. Stand on the... Tom, talk to me.
Come back when you can.
Hello?
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to...
We already discussed that. Use the signal interceptor.
The most closely...
How do I use it?
It's time you...
The focus should be on the Institute, not this Patriot.
Just listen for a moment. There's a man, or dozens of... If your plan works,
How can I
Patriot...
Sure.
The plan hit...
Okay.
Tom's encrypted. Until you make contact, can you do that? Can you be our...
Bring it on.
You can do this. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. We're gonna have to cut a few corners with the scan.
So where is this item? Signal interceptor.
So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths. About the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Ooh, let's see it.
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason.
Correct.
You are here for
They probably brainwashed him and he will try to convince me to... Oh. Is that him?
Don't have the key. Can't pick this.
Hmm.
Broken. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me. Father? Father, help
Yeah,
me!
he's been brainwashed.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
You do know I have a big hammer, don't you?
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant. but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? She was murdered.
Killed? Yes. Murdered? I'm not so sure about that. Still, I do regret never having known her. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
He was a murderer. He killed your mother.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
That's interesting. I didn't thought that that would be the outcome.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Ooh, what is this? Actually, it wouldn't be impossible that he's a synth as well. Yep. Ooh, likeness 3. Frag.
There we go.
Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. At first, they were merely under. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. Okay, let's save it and then let's shut it down. Or, yeah, we know we can always go back to this one. Let's snoop around. But so how do you... Oh, go here. Oh. How? Oh, it was these doors. Okay. Yes, the Institute. We finally reached it, and now we have to make a big decision. Whether to smash... What?
Your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Hey, Doc.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real
Yeah.
people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here. Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Wow, that guy is pretty angry. He probably didn't do any new conclusions on his latest...
Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Hey.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies. Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
So it's just a circular... Okay.
Scanning. Subject identified.
I have a feeling there's not much here.
Huh?
Hi.
As the Institute's first personal synth, I try to set a good example.
What's a personal synth?
Dr. Benet is carrying out a social experiment. He wants to see if a synth can integrate into a human family. I know I can never replace his wife or be a real mother to Liam, but I can at least help with the domestic duties. I like to think I'm a pretty good cook. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you're still taking everything in, so I'll let you get back to that.
Okay. Her face seems to be off a bit.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial then.
Will there be any
Once you've
pain?
settled in, I'll want to do a physical and get a file going on you. No hurry, though.
You're the doctor here?
Everyone's a doctor here. But if you mean physician, then yes, I'm about as close as we've got to one. How about you take some time to get comfortable, learn the lay of the land and such. In the meantime, you come see me if you need to get patched up. We'll do that checkup when you're good and ready. Take care of yourself, so I don't have to. I honestly don't know. I suppose...
So, can I travel here now? Yeah, there we go. The Institute.
It's your job to find out. Now hold still.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Doc.
Welcome. Welcome. It is so good to meet you. I truly hope you'll come to think of the Institute as your home.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm in charge of housing and provisions. It's my mission to ensure that everyone lives a comfortable and productive life. You should know that many of us consider it a great honor to have you here.
Newton.
Our new synths are so lifelike, I keep mistaking them for real people.
Operating at full capacity.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
To knock some heads together.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Carry on,
package
sir.
upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility
What's with
is
his
the recovery of
face?
escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Why would synths want to escape?
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
Why does it matter?
If there is some defect in Courser combat programming, then it must be identified and corrected. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
Pardon me, sir.
So much research.
so little time. Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hey.
I swear I spend half my time smoothing the feathers that Justin ruffles. We need to be able to collaborate with the other divisions, and that's a lot harder when they're always angry at us.
What's Justin doing that's causing friction?
Oh, he's just pushy and demanding. He thinks his problem should be everyone's biggest concern. I have to admit, though, the other divisions have never taken our needs as seriously as they should. I guess they see us as a necessary evil or something. It's really not fair. Oh, just listen to me. It's the first chance we've had to get acquainted, and all I want to do is complain. In any case, it was good to meet you.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh really? But I didn't shower at all. Ever. Ooh, look at that. Directory informant list, cricket, occupation, caravan, location, mobile. Tommy Lone Gun, again. Occupation, owner, proprietor, combat zone. Huh. Cursor uniform? Wanna see that? Ooh. This looks painful. Refrain any sensitive, especially the ongoing investigation. Gen 3 scenes. In an ideal world, the railroad will have had no influence on her. We do not live in an ideal world. This guy is good. Are going to investigate into the missing scenes and adjusting her regarding discussion of this subject. The infiltrator unit McDonough hasn't begun to outlive its usefulness. Assuming the identity of Diamond City Mayor has provided us with invaluable intel over the years, but suspicions have only continued to mount. Publication of the newspaper article specifically calling humanity into question. So he's a synth. Situation doesn't make untenable. Reclamation seems unfeasible. Engineered to mimic the actual human McDonald. As such, the unit's synthetic biology is that of someone overweight and grossly out of shape. And try to be as efficient. Operation. So the mayor of Diamond City is a synth. Good to know. Or they have one in the lab somewhere. Robotics.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation software, do so after this meeting. The last thing we need is more synths bumping into walls. All right, that's all for now. You can resume your duties. I fixed one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not bored.
Doctor.
It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems down here operating in the green. This place might look shiny and new, but there's a lot of old technology in these walls. I lose sleep worrying about when the next blackout's gonna hit.
How old are we talking about?
Well, the reactor and a lot of the related systems. You know, cooling, monitoring, power distribution. That's all pre-war tech. Most of the superstructure down here was built later, by the people who survived the war. I guess each generation's been tinkering with the place, adding labs, making upgrades, and so on. There's some stuff I need to check on. See you around, yeah?
Lots of talking in this one.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
Software needs an update. If it were just a limb twitching, but her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements you just
If you're about to launch into one of your passionate speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Yes, I can write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines.
Look at that.
We want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do,
It's cool. It's building its muscles or whatever that vascular system.
well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do remember that.
Look at that guy.
The synths are treating you well, I hope. We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused bringing you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity. They have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and institute injuries, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
What's it to you?
Oh, forgive me. I realize, well, I understand that's somewhat personal. It would just mean a great deal to show. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
If you ask me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
Doc.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third-generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior in almost every way to human beings.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
Pardon me.
Overview of displays with the methods. Use the term synth or synths.
Hi. Welcome. Hello. Please, step this way. I'm new here.
So much research, so little time.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
With our third generation,
Okay. Let's continue. Bioscience.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Excuse me,
That's
Doctor.
the third primary drive breakdown this month. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Howdy, partner.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
Who built this place originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans.
Greetings.
You ask me.
As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return.
Let's see what you got.
That's a nice helmet. Well, anything here is better, it seems.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Won't be able to hack this.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
Let's check the bioscience. I'm good. How are you? Nope.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything
Dr.
else.
Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
What? Jesus, they're making synth gorillas?
It's just remarkable.
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a
You're gonna have to work pretty hard to impress anyone down here.
To dwell on the subject.
Excuse me.
Still, Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well...
Hi, Doc.
Yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
Working on something important?
All of my work is important.
Oh my
Now,
god.
if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. They're difficult enough without the distractions.
Equations for what?
Honestly, you wouldn't understand them. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
Yeah. Okay.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction,
No, I'm not interested,
we've
sorry.
done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know, but it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Okay. To close the door.
Got it.
Oh boy, what do we have here? Something horrible happened here. Was this the old section of the institute? Or maybe it's a entrance? Oops. Why was this locked? What? Really? No, like I said, I'm not interested, so yeah, please offer it to somebody else.
Scanning.
Okay, so to progress, I need to open it through a terminal. Oh, I'm so bad at this. That one. Crap.
Got it.
Oh! There we go. Oh, it's open.
Area not secure.
Hmm. Hooked pipe wrench mod. We'll take that. Pork and beans.
Sweet.
Why do these guys keep stim packs? cat meat. Okay. But didn't I disable these? Super mutant. So they had him as a experiment. Oh yeah, I see it over there. Ooh, at least one. 0, 0, and nothing. Oh! Oh boy. Super Mutant Lab? Poor health, discarded. Female, initially physical, deceased. Male, 30s. Mental acuity is charting slightly higher than average. Discarded. Bar average. Mental. Okay. Mental issues. Terminated. Poor overall health. Subject determined during incident 5. Data should be culled from future reports. Okay. Testing. Dr. Zimmer. Oh, so that's what Dr. Zimmer is doing. Project after Dr. Zimmer's passing. Latest run of charges show no statistical deviation. Same here, not formal complaint with directorate. Those tests are not bringing in any valuable information. Well, that's interesting. So that's their big secret, eh? Back to bioscience. So from this side, you don't need to lockpick it, right? Oh look, it's under strict. Huh. Access to this section is prohibited. Request for more. Ah, so that's the math. Okay, okay. Nice. So we got that done through some lockpicking. There we go. So that's where Dr. Zimmer was.
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
Clayton.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care then.
Okay.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Advanced systems.
77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
So that was my favorite one.
Bombs fell.
Can't we keep it a little lost in
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement
When are
is
you
no
going
longer
to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that.
So did I check all of it? Meet the division leaders. I did. Advanced systems.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in 2 places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
Hey, Doc.
I'm over
Since
here.
you're new here, you should take time to learn our safety procedures. And the sooner the better. Rules create order, and order promotes efficiency.
How many rules are we talking about here?
Not nearly enough, if you ask me. I had some handbooks made up, but that was years ago. I'll see about getting one to you.
How big is this handbook?
Just a few thousand pages, but I like to think it's a brisk read. I certainly find it so. Take care, then. Huh?
Not everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Hey there.
Yes?
So bunch of these sealed doors.
Evan.
Safety first. Remember that.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Doctor.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
What kinds of blueprints?
Mostly components for a new plasma pistol concept I've been toying with. High-energy weapons are sort of a hobby of mine. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
Okay. I haven't observed no less than 7 violations protocol rules in place. Madison that I continue the testing battery with the child synth despite my reservations about the project as a whole. If this were any other situation, I would not have second thoughts about going through straight to the director, but even I shall simply wait it out. Okay.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Really? And what time is it now? It's now. Why do I have a feeling there's more to this place?
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced Systems Special Projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you!
A Courser chip? What's it do?
The same thing it does for our coursers. Creates a link to the relay that allows them, and now you, to get in and out at will. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Yes?
Safety first. Remember that.
Dr. Lee. I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the Child Synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
So what's next? Use the network scanner holotape. Network scanner holotape. This thing? So here it is, short version. Plug this into anti-institute terminal and copy the message. Long version, Petrus been sending us short for years using an evil little encryption scheme. It was a bitch and a half to reverse engineer. But I nailed it. Put this holotape on any institute. Okay. So that was, it seems like only the beginning terminal had this option. None of the others have.
I have to admit, the third generation synths are really something.
I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail. At least I'm not worried.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Okay, so where was that original? So we have to go on the upper floor. So let's do that.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the Facilities Division immediately.
Sometimes I hide my dad's work notes just to mess with him. It drives him crazy.
Hi there.
Watch out around here. If they catch you having fun, they make you do boring science.
Let's go this way to the main, place here.
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Volkert.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
I've heard stories. The surface sure sounds scary.
Well, hello.
Hi. Isn't it wonderful here?
How would you know? You've been here all the time, right? Certainly better than above ground.
Systems nominal.
Carry on, sir.
Huh?
Reporting status. All functions normal.
I think that's the full circle. So, where do we go now? So actually I went underground, even below there, right? Yeah, I think so. I went down actually. Let's go down.
I think more clearly while I'm walking.
What is this? Look at this! You just randomly find an old elevator. What is this place?
We are working at optimal efficiency.
Hey there.
We are working at optimal efficiency.
Really?
Please direct all inquiries to G981.
G981 is our shift leader.
Construction is proceeding according to schedule.
Huh. So they're expanding the lab. Okay.
We are working at optimal efficiency. We are working at optimal efficiency.
Rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
Nice.
Hey!
I fix one relay and 2 more start to fail.
What do you do? Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division. I apologize for any disruptions that my work might cause you.
Greetings, sir.
Why can't a synth be a person too? I don't really see the difference.
Hi.
Hey.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Useless.
Pardon me.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare. excuse me.
The commissary is always open. Would you like some processed sustenance packets?
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Not everything you've heard about the Institute is true. Give us a chance.
Hey there.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in two places at once. We haven't been able to crack that one yet.
I used to work exclusively on the synth projects, but lately I prefer less.
Rosalind.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Dr. Lee. Tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the Specialist Project's lead scientist. He's, how to put it, very organized and precise. Dr. Ormond is one of the youngest scientists in the Institute, and she's something of a prodigy when it comes to physics.
So who could be Patriot? Oh, not here? Why did I thought it's here?
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Scanning. Unknown identity.
I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that system.
Well, hello there.
Is Dr.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
It's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just shutting it down.
Was that
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock it. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The Railroad sent me to look for someone they called Patriot. That's you.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
Why are you helping synths?
At first, I just wanted to see if I could get away with it. It was a challenge, you know? But then I realized the synths are really just like us, except without any freedom. I decided to help the ones that wanted to escape so they can have a better life.
How did you help synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths at once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? C-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Who are you?
My designation is Z-114, a simple maintenance synth.
He's not from here. He's been helping our synths escape on the surface. It's safe.
If you insist we speak in front of him, do so quickly.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Got it.
Nothing to report, sir.
I would be happy to assist you.
Hey, Z1.
I would be happy to assist you.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Interesting. We're gonna stop it here, continue next time, so thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.